What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart to heart with you guys. I want to have a real heart to heart with you guys. Um, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, many are called, but few are chosen. Again, the scripture says, many are called, but few are chosen. And I never really quite understood that. I never did as a kid. It just didn't make sense to me. And so what God has had to show me was, Elijah, everybody can be chosen. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Everybody walking this planet cannot be a chosen one. And they can't be a chosen one because everybody ain't gonna do the work. It is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Everybody ain't capable of handling the pressure to be a chosen one. Everybody ain't willing to make the sacrifices to put in the work to be a chosen one. See, we live in a generation and at a time, especially here in America, where you ain't got to do shit. Show up and, man, be entitled. You know what I mean? Show up and expect some stuff. You know what I mean? Show up and expect other people to bow down and kiss your ass, and you ain't done shit. You ain't really worth shit. But you expect everybody else to cater to you. Oh, we going there today. We going there. The chosen ones, man. Everybody calling themselves a chosen one. And it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. You're never going to stop that. You know what I mean? To be a chosen one is a fad. It's the in thing right now. Motherfuckers don't know what it takes to be a chosen one. Everybody's like, I'm a star seed, I'm a rainbow warrior, and I'm a light worker, I'm a healer. Everybody got these fucking titles and shit that they gave themselves. Everybody got these titles because they seen it on the internet. They seen this shit go viral, and they see all these people, chosen ones, chosen ones, chosen ones. And so everybody wants to be chosen. Oh, because it makes me feel special. It makes me feel like I'm part of the clique. It makes me belong to something. And no, the fuck it don't. Your raggedy ass ain't shit. Your raggedy ass ain't been shit. Your raggedy ass ain't gonna be shit till you grow the fuck up. It don't matter what fucking label you give yourself. You call yourself boss, stunner. You call yourself a king, a queen. You call yourself whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. You ain't gonna be shit until you grow the fuck up. Everybody can't hear this. Everybody don't want to hear this. And it is what it is. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We gotta grow the fuck up. Chosen ones, it's hard as fuck to be a chosen one. This shit ain't fucking easy. And when I'm talking about the shit, I'm not talking about, oh, I'm just going through it and life is hard and I'm lonely and I'm just depressed. And no, I'm not talking about that stupid ass bullshit. I'm not talking about, oh, my money's acting funny and nobody wants to talk to me because I don't know. Because you're fucking judgmental and self-righteous and narcissistic. You're fucking lazy as fuck. Not just physically, but fucking emotionally and spiritually too. Oh, we're going there today. We're going there, and this is going to be a rough one. This is going to be a rough one. And again, we got to grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up. See, being a chosen one is hard. Hard as fuck. Why? Because chosen one, you've gone through so much shit. You've grown through so much shit. You've done all the fucking work, the emotional work, to heal from the shit that you've gone through. You've done all that work to grow. You've done all that work to understand who you are. You've done all that work to make sense of the hell that you went through. You've done all that work to understand and learn how to forgive not only others, but yourself. You've done all that work to understand the importance of gratitude. You've done all that work to stop complaining and being a victim. You've done all that work to learn how to love and value yourself. You've done all that work, how to love and be great for those that have dogged you out the most. For those that have hurt you and betrayed you and dogged you out. You put all that work into forgiving them and loving them still. You've done all that work to being grateful for the experience that you've gone through with them. I'm talking about real chosen ones. See, because everybody ain't doing all that. See, to be a chosen one, that's just the basics. That's just the prerequisites. That's just the beginning stages. If you ain't learned how to love yourself, if you ain't learned how to be grateful for all the hell you've gone through, if you ain't learned how to forgive all those people that have fucked you over and dogged you the fuck out, if you ain't learned how to be grateful for them, you ain't fucking healed. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you talking about, what anybody else say. You have not fucking healed. Oh, we're going to that. This is going to be rough. This is going to be rough. And this is just for chosen ones. This is just for chosen ones. Those of you that call yourself a chosen one. Those of you that think you're a chosen one. If you ain't willing to do all that, you ain't a chosen one. You are not a chosen one if you ain't forgave people, if you're not in the process of learning how to forgive people. All the people that have, quote unquote, dogged you out. If you've not done the work to learn how to be grateful for their presence and for their interactions with you, you're not a fucking chosen one. Case closed. End of conversation. If you're not willing to do the work to understand, man, it's all good. It's all good. Everything is always working out for me. Since everything's always working out for me, there's no reason for me to be ungrateful. There's no reason for me to hold on to this unforgiveness. Because I'm not standing in judgment of these people who've, quote unquote, messed me over, dogged me out, abused me, raped me, molested me, beat me. I don't stand in judgment of these people any longer. Because I understand why I had to go through that. And I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for the insight and the wisdom that is taught me. See, being a chosen one, you got to think different. You got to have a totally different perspective of life than everybody else running around you. See, everybody else, oh, I would never forgive that motherfucker for molesting me. I would never forget that motherfucker died today. I curse him and I'll never forget that motherfucker breaking my heart and doing that. You ain't a chosen one. We don't give a fuck. Do what you do. We don't give it up. Go do what you do. This is for chosen ones. For those of you that say you're chosen one. See, to be a chosen one, a real one, you can't have a fucking victim mentality. To be a real chosen one and one that said that you fucking healed, you can't walk around with unforgiveness. You can't walk around complaining. You can't walk around with your head held low. Woe is me and life's not fair. And these motherfuckers are always taking advantage of me and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Nah, we ain't got time for the bullshit. You can't be a chosen one doing that shit. See, being a chosen one means that you got to grow the fuck up. You got to understand some shit about life. You got to understand some shit about you. You got to understand that you're never really going to be accepted and embraced by the majority of humanity. You got to accept that shit. Why? Because you don't think like them. Your perspective of life is different from theirs. See, when they get hurt, they want to retaliate. When they get offended and dogged out, they want some get back. As chosen, got time for that bullshit. I ain't got time for that low frequency shit. You gonna fuck yourself. You are fucking yourself. Your karma is gonna be enough get back from me. I thank you for this lesson. I thank you for you showing me that I'm growing up. I thank you for you showing me that, man. In the past, I would have slapped the dog shit out of you. In the past, I would have kicked you in your motherfucking throat. In the past, I would have cussed you all up one hill, down the other hill, and then stomped your ass out. That's what I would have did in the past. But because I've grown the fuck up, because I've understand, man, it ain't personal, Elijah. It ain't personal. They're here to teach you some valuable lessons. But because you don't fucking understand who the fuck you are, you don't understand the fucking game. You don't understand fucking life. You're personalizing it, and you got this fucking victim mentality. And so you got to retaliate because you feel disrespected. Because you on that low frequency bullshit. Because you won't grow the fuck up and understand the lesson in the situation. We're talking about chosen ones, real chosen ones. And all these fucking frauds and pretenders. Real chosen ones don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. Not real ones. Real light workers, real healers, real star seeds. Man, we don't give a damn what they talking about in the world. None of that shit fucking matters to us. It don't matter to us because as dark and as chaotic and fucked up as it is, we came here for this shit. We don't give a fuck about how dark it is because we know we got the light to light this bitch up. We don't give a fuck about the chaos and the turmoil going on out there because we have the love, the joy, the peace to bring stability, to bring calmness, to bring understanding. So we don't give two fucks about what everybody else is running around tripping out on and wigging out on, losing their fucking mind over. Why? Because I'm the motherfucking answer. We gotta grow the fuck up. We're the answer to their fucking prayers. We're the answer to their fucking chaos. We're the answer to their fucking drama, their fucking trauma. We're the answer to their darkness. We're the answer to their fucking chaos. That's why we came here. That's what it means to be a chosen one. That's what it means to be a light worker. That's what it means to be a starseed, a healer. You're the motherfucking answer to their suffering. Here's a double-edged sword. Here's the double-edged sword to that. We're the answer to their pain, to their chaos, to their trauma. We're the answer. Chosen ones, we're the answer for them. Starseeds, light workers, healers, we're the answer for them. And here's the double-edged sword. Here's why as chosen ones and light workers and healers, life can be frustrating for us. Stay with me. We're the answer for them. They want to be around us because they know that we bring peace. Real chosen ones. The rest of you raggedy ass motherfuckers just got labels and titles. You ain't got no fucking action. You ain't got no fucking authority. You ain't got no fucking power. You can't bring calm because you're fucking chaotic. You can't bring peace because you're fucking drama. You're walking drama. Who's giving yourself the title as chosen one? Who's giving yourself the title as a starseed, as a light worker? Ain't nothing about you says chosen one. Ain't nothing about you says healer, light worker. You ain't even healed your motherfucking self. How the fuck you gonna heal others? Oh, we going there today. You ain't healed shit about yourself. And so here's the double-edged sword. as chosen ones. Ones that have put in the work. Ones that have healed. Ones that understand who they are and why they're here. So we understand people want to just be around you. People naturally gravitate to you. Broken people gravitate to you. Because there's something about you that's just so fucking calming. There's something about you so fucking nurturing. There's something about you that just brings peace and joy and happiness to those that are in chaos, to those that are going through some shit. So people just want to naturally gravitate to you. We're talking about the real chosen ones, real light workers, real healers. People naturally want to gravitate to us because it brings them peace. It makes them feel loved. Until they've been around you for a minute. See, when they come around you, it's like, oh, I feel safe with you. I feel safe as long as I'm in your presence. Whenever you're around, man, it's like everything is good. Whenever you're around chosen, it's like, ah, I could breathe. Ah, I could exhale. Ah, I can relax. Why? Because there's something about you. There's something about your presence. It just changes everything. I don't have to worry when I'm around you. I don't have to be scared when I'm around a real chosen one. And then after they've been there for a while, after you brought calm and peace to them, now your light brings pain and suffering to them. Yeah, if you're a real chosen one, you're gonna bring both. And that's the fucked up part about life. Stay with me. And what am I saying? See, in the beginning, you bring the calm and peace to them. You bring joy and safety and security to them. After they've been around you for a minute. Now, God says, that same light, that same energy that brought you joy, that same light, that same energy that brought you peace, that same light, that same energy that made you feel safe and nurtured and protected and valued and loved, that same light, that same energy is now gonna fuck your world up. That same light, that same energy is gonna flip your world upside down. See, now you're not comfortable being in the presence of a chosen one. Why? Because their light, that same light that brought you joy and peace in the beginning, is revealing how fucked up you are. That same light, that same joy, that same peace that that chosen one has is now bringing chaos into your life. The same energy that they had that made you draw, that drew you to them, that same energy, man, that made you come from afar just to be in their presence. That same light, that same energy is now making you feel uncomfortable. It's making you feel judged. It's making you feel less than. It's making you deal with some fucking issues you didn't want to deal with. It's making you understand some shit about you And now that same person that you said was a chosen one, and they are a chosen one, now that same energy, that same frequency that they had, that made you feel safe, that made you feel loved and valued, that same energy is now turned and it's making you feel some kind of way about yourself. Because you know you're not like them. You know you ain't put in the work like them. You don't have the energy and the frequency that they have. You don't have the power and authority that they have. And now your insecurities kick in to overdrive. Your low self-esteem kicks into overdrive. Your self-hatred kicks in to overdrive. Your abandonment issues kick into overdrive. All the issues you got that you never dealt with, man, they're magnified now. And they're magnified not because the chosen one is pointing the light at you and pointing out your faults and character defects. They're magnified because you're standing in the presence of a chosen one. You're standing in the presence of a real one. And your energy knows you're in the presence of a real one. Your ego knows you're in the presence of a real one. And all of a sudden now it's, hold on, wait a minute. I can't be around this motherfucker. You just think you all that. And you're fucking narcissistic. And they got all this shit they say about you as a chosen one. When you haven't changed. Your energy, your frequency hasn't changed. They just can't handle the light anymore. They can't handle your frequency anymore. They can't handle your presence anymore. So they do everything they can to try to get you to change. They do all their manipulation tactics to try to get you to lower your frequency, to turn the light off of them, to get the heat off of them. So they got to dumb you down. They got to talk shit about you. They got to make you feel less than. And so they gang up with other fucking peasants to try to attack you, to dim your light. Because they can't handle the fucking heat anymore. They can't handle your presence anymore. And a lot of times as chosen ones, we get in relationships with people who are drawn to us. A lot of times as chosen ones, we accept people as friends. And everything's great in the beginning. The relationship is great in the beginning. The love is great in the beginning. Because you make them feel safe. You make them feel valued. You make them feel loved and like they're on top of the world. And then after a while, that same light becomes kryptonite to them. And they can't handle it. They don't want to handle it. And so they start pushing you away. They start attacking you. Or they just say, fuck it, and they run. And then when they run, they say you wasn't shit. When they run, they say you wasn't really real. When they run, they have all these excuses to try to tear you down as to why you ain't shit. Why they left you. When the truth is, they couldn't handle your light. They couldn't handle your frequency. They couldn't handle being in your presence anymore. And a lot of them have abandonment issues. And so they run because they don't want you to lead them. They run because they don't want you to realize that they're not a chosen one. They run because they think you're going to see them as less than. And you make them feel so good. You make them feel so safe, so valued, so loved. You put them up on this pedestal that they've never been on. And they don't ever want you to recognize the real, that they don't belong there. And that you revoke that privilege from them. And they have to come crashing down. And so the great majority of them are going to run before you ever do that. And they're going to blame you. So the life of the chosen one, of a real chosen one, it's hard from that perspective. It's challenging from that perspective because you draw these people to you. And after a while, they can't stand being around you. And if you're not careful as a chosen one, you'll think it's you. As, man, what am I doing wrong? And what did I fuck up? And, man, how come these people don't like me? And, and you start thinking that, man, I'm fucked up. And, man, I'm bad. And I'm unlovable. And it's not that at all. It's the simple fact that they can't handle being in the presence of greatness. They can't handle being in the presence of a real chosen one. They can't handle being in the presence of a light worker, of a healer, of a real star seed, of a real child of God. Because they feel naked. They feel vulnerable. They feel exposed. And they're not ready to deal with that. They don't know how to deal with that. And they don't understand, as a chosen one, starseed, life worker, healer, we see them already. We already know they're fucked up. We already know they're damaged. And we love them anyways. We accept them anyways. We embrace them anyways. But they came in thinking that they were covered. They came in with a mask on, thinking that we couldn't see the real them, thinking that we didn't know their issues. But we knew their issues. We just didn't judge them. We knew their issues. We just didn't look down on them. We knew their issues. But we knew that we've had those issues too. Even though they have those issues, they still need to be loved. They still deserve to be loved. They still deserve to be valued. They still deserve to be respected and to feel safe. And so we allow them up under our umbrella. And now they can't handle it. And now the real narcissist is not you as a chosen one, it's them. Now they flip the script and try to control you. Now, chosen ones, we got to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand who we are and why we're here. We have to understand the double-edged sword to our frequency, to our light. Trip. I never really understood the story about Jesus or Joshua growing up. And some guy just dropped on me just a second ago. There was a time in the Bible where Jesus was being offered up. You know, people had a choice to make. We're either going to kill Jesus or you're going to kill Barnabas, right? And Barnabas was this murderer. Barnabas was this criminal who harmed humanity. Jesus came in, and Joshua came in as a beacon of light, as a chosen one, as a star seed, as a real child of God. And he came in bringing hope and love and joy and healing humanity. Barnabas wasn't like that. Barnabas came in bringing pain and suffering. And the people had a choice. We're going to set Jesus free, or you can have Barnabas. The choice is the people's. The same people that Jesus fed, the same people that Jesus taught, the same people that Jesus healed, now have a choice. You can have Jesus free, or you have Barnabas free. I think it's Barnabas, or Barabbas, or whatever. It's something like that. You got this guy free. You got to make a choice. You only get one. The murderer or the star seed. The criminal or the chosen one. And the people, the same people that Jesus freed emotionally, the same people that Jesus fed, the same people that Jesus healed, the same people that Jesus taught, they chose the murderer. They chose the criminal. And I never really quite understood that. And God just dropped it into my spirit. They chose the criminal because they related to the criminal. They chose the criminal because they were on that criminal mentality. They chose the criminal because that's the frequency that they dwelt on. And Jesus, although he was great, Jesus, although he healed them and fed them and did all this stuff and taught them, his light was too bright for them. His light showed their fucking weaknesses. His light showed their fucking issues. His light exposed them and made them feel vulnerable and made them uncomfortable. So we can't have this light shining, showing all my issues. We can't have this light exposing my fucking low self-esteem and my self-hatred. We can't have this light exposing the fact that I can't control myself sexually. We can't have this light exposing the fact that, man, I got these addictions to alcohol. I got these addictions to da-da-da and da-da-da-da. And I got low self-esteem and I'm racist and I'm homophobic. And I can't have this light exposing that. So off with their head. We got to get rid of the light. Because once we get rid of the light, I could go back to being me. Once we get rid of the light, I could be comfortable. Once we get rid of the light, I'm cool with me. I know Barabbas ain't gonna judge us. I know Barabbas ain't gonna look down on us because he's one of us. I can be comfortable around, even though I know he's killed people, I can be comfortable around him. I know him. We're the same. I don't do what he do, but we're the same. But I can't fuck with that light. That light exposes me. That light makes me feel uncomfortable. So we got to get rid of the light. And that's what they try to do with us as chosen ones, as light workers, as healers. We got to grow a family. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.